Nochmal, nochmal. Wie bei den Teletubbies. Der BDO-Weltmeister von 2014 gegen den von 2006. Der ist der jüngste Weltmeister in der Geschichte der Sportart Darts. Mit 21 Jahren und 90 Tagen schlug er damals im BDO-WM-Finale Landsmann Raymond von Barneveld. Seit dem PDC-WM-Halbfinale 2016 steht er unter den Top 10 der Welt. Er ist aktuell die Nummer 9. Schön, dass er hier in Hamburg mit dabei ist. The Cobra, Jelle Klaasen! Und Caller dieses Matches ist niemand Geringeres als The Voice, Russ Bray.
Well, what a culmination to the evening session we have for you on day 2 of the Happy Bet European Darts Match Play live from Hamburg. Michael van Gerwen, the world #1, faces John Henderson in a repeat of a Euro Tour final of a couple of years ago. Benito van der Pas, the exciting up-and-coming Dutchman, #5 seed here this weekend, takes on Adrian Lewis's conqueror, the former UK Open finalist Vincent van der Voort. Peter Snakebite Wright looking to add to his haul of 3 Euro Tour titles this year as he takes on the greatest player ever to come from Greece, the record-breaking, history-making John Michael. But right now, it's 2 former world champions fighting out for a place in the final day of action as the Cobra Jelle Klaasen faces the Bullet Stephen Bunting. A real test for Klaasen, making his return from surgery on his injured wrist.
Stephen to throw first. Game on!
It's Bunting v Klaasen for a place in the 3rd round. Rob Malarkey joins me, Dan Dawson, in the commentary box.
Yeah, and I suppose it will be interesting to see how Klaasen comes back after that surgery. Hasn't played since Gibraltar. Instead, addressing that big issue that really, had him playing through the pain barrier for much of this year and was a big factor in his early exit from the Premier League as well.
43.
We're told the surgery has gone well, but I don't think you can really judge how well it's gone until he's actually played some competitive darts over an extended period.
34.
And we talked about it earlier with Paul Nicholson, the risk of coming back too soon and maybe aggravating it, but we'll find out in due course.
100.
But despite all those injuries, and the injury problems he's had, I should say, he has reached at least the semi-finals in 5 of his last 6 European Tour events. There was that blip in Gibraltar last time out when he crashed out in the 2nd round at the hands of Magnus Carris, who had a brilliant weekend.
60.
But you look at the run of form he's had on the European Tour stage. Semi-final in Sindelfingen, semi-final at the German Open, final of the German Masters in Jena. And it starts like that has led to him having so much success of late as well.
Well, Jelle Klaasen has saved his best for the European Tour. In truth, away from the Euro Tour this year, he's not done that much.
Yeah.
But these European Tour stages are bringing the best out of Jelle Klaasen. He does get a first leg and a break of throw with a 44 checkout. And it would appear that Jelle Klaasen is sticking with his... So it's a new thing for 2017 for Jelle Klaasen, that he's not leaving his favourite double 18 double as much. He's trying to leave tops and 16s because he believes it breaks down more easily. You don't want to move inside on
100.
Hit inside and move over to the 9s, and then miss inside there. You're wasting a dart to get to double 4. And it was a conscious decision from Jelle, and at times it's felt like the wrong one because he's missed a few doubles at crucial times. But he's going to persevere.
55.
On a separate note, I'm not sure I've seen Jelle Klaasen's hair
It's a 101 finish as well.
81.
Well, at 5-0 up, he hadn't missed dart at double, Stephen Bunting, and he hadn't really done much in the scoring stakes, but he was so far ahead of Nyans anyway, who just seemed a bit overawed by the whole process. Having made his debut a couple of years ago on the Euro Tour and getting done 6-0, and then finding himself 5-0 down, he basically just had a big tantrum, and somehow it brought some better darts out of him, and he actually managed to win 3 legs before Bunting got over the line.
91.
Bunting has just raised things here. He's left himself a finish after 9, which is what these guys are always aiming to do. But I don't think he'd go for the bullseye if he put the first 2 in the treble 20. We will never know. And that will leave him double 18 when he returns to go into the lead in this one. Oh. Yellow Klaasen at 180 to leave 44 in the first leg. He can't quite do the same here. Double 9. Oh, he's splitting it. Fair enough. Double 8. And we have seen that from Stephen Bunting in the past. When he won the late side, he made a conscious decision before even the tournament began that if I leave myself certain numbers, I'm going to split them, and I'll make that preemptive decision now, and so when I'm in the tournament, I don't even have to think about it. And it served him well. He went on to claim the title, became the world champion, just as Jelle Klaasen had done a number of years before. The youngest ever winner of the late side. But I think that clarity of thought is a real thing. But, you know, it's a real benefit to have, because when you get caught in 2 minds, how often do you see players take a moment, stop, they're not sure, then they decide, and then they put it right in between the 2 beds they're aiming for and get no benefits at all? It's because there's some little voice in the back of their head saying, well, you shouldn't have done that, you should have done the other thing. But if you're just 100% committed to the shot you're going for, it just eliminates that kind of doubt. Oh dear, Jelle, the radar really off.
26.
Just the 26, not even down to a finish. And Stephen Bunting looking to make this 3 legs on the spin. Yeah. 2 of them breaks of throw.
Yep, indeed he is. And, well, to do with a treble here, and he's got one as well. So he's down to 52, and Klaasen just floundering a bit here.
100. Saving the required 52.
For a 3-1 lead. 2 bites at top to make that 1.
32.
And Klaasen's been let him back
require 84.
again here.
And they only get a dart at the ball. Oh dear, Jelle.
Yeah, well.
36.
Jelle. Missing the single 18 that would have given him a dart for the leg, and that means that Bunting returns, and he gets yet more chances to break the throw, and it's 3 consecutive legs for the bullet.
5th leg, Stephen, the throw first. Game on.
Yeah, throwing first here for a 4-1 lead as well. Well, there's no escaping the fact that 2017 has been pretty torrid at times for Stephen Bunting. Of the 12 Players' Championship events he's been involved in, he's suffered a first-round defeat in 8 of them, including a 6-0 defeat by Van der Voort in Milton Keynes 3 weeks ago. Even on his birthday in April, that didn't bring him any joy. He got beaten by Antonio Alcinas that weekend in round 2. Lost in the first hurdle at the UK Open as well. So the biggest paychecks of his year so far have been on the European Tour.
I mean, he's been seeded for a lot of them, hasn't he, by virtue of winning his 2nd PDC title at the start of last year. But obviously that money has dropped off now, and so he's no longer in the seedings. But he's been only having to win 1 game to make it to the final day. He's done that on more than 1 occasion and has picked up some money. So there's ranking money that Bunting has been picking up, and chunks of ranking money, but without having to go and win 2, 3, 4 games on the spin, which is what you need to do if you're going to win titles, and Bunting hasn't been doing that.
Just Sindelfingen, where he had to qualify, and then he had the misfortune of being paired with Adrian Lewis in the first round, which he lost 6-2. But the others, he qualified as a seed.
100.
He has met Peter Wright on 3 occasions as well this year in Europe, which hasn't helped either. 6-0 in Gibraltar last time out as well.
Yeah, that was comprehensive.
In fact, 6-0, 6-1 and 6-2 against the 3-time winner on the European Tour this year, who's on stage next, by the way. John Michael is his opponent. Stephen Bunting here, closing in on 4-1, but not there yet.
Needs the treble. Doesn't get it, and Bunting once again is going to get more darts. For a 4-1 lead, and look, it's been solid from Bunting, but it's not been spectacular. It's just been enough against Jelle Klaasen, who seems to be showing a little bit of rustiness, and maybe understandably so. Stephen Bunting doesn't care, though.
Yeah, I think with the uncertainty over Klaasen and the surgery he's had, it would have taken, a brave punter to have backed Klaasen this weekend, I think.
Well, certainly, but then that first leg, he came roaring out, didn't he? Hit a 180 and managed to get a breaker throw. That is Bunting's first 180.
97.
Bunting lost 6-0 to Sulovic as well in the German Darts Open. He's had some big wallopings as well this year on the European Tour. But he could be dishing one out here. 2 legs away from a place in the last 16 and a meeting with Kyle Anderson, who's just seen off James Wade. Wade with a woeful average of just over 71.
It's a much better leg from Jelle Klaasen.
60.
But he's going to get 6 darts from here anyway, so he can go whatever route he wishes.
84.
And that'll leave him tops. Took out tops for the first leg of this match. Since then, it has been all Stephen Bunting.
96. Yellow, you require 40.
Chasing around here, double 5.
30.
And once again,
Stephen, you require 90.
Klaasen not punishing Bunting on that occasion. Yeah, bullseye he wants.
65.
It looked...
Yellow, you require 10.
It was ambiguous whether it was a help or a hindrance, that one, as he aimed at the ball, that first dart in the 25, but he may get another go. No, Klaasen, last dart in hand, does manage to get a second leg, but skin of your teeth stuff, Jelle.
Yeah, now, will that be a turning point?
59.
Bunting just has to stay true here. 59, half my deal.
59.
Trading 59s at the outset of leg 7. Bunting hasn't gone beyond the 3rd round of a European Tour event this year. Place in the 3rd round is the incentive here. Made the quarterfinals twice and the semi-finals on the European stage last year. So he has gone deep in European Tour events in the past, in the recent past as well. Maybe he can do so again this weekend. First things first, he needs to get the job done here. He's 2 legs away,
37.
and he's in fairly good shape in this leg as well.
Well, Jelle's still not down to a finish after 4 visits, and that means that Stephen Bunting once again is in a position where he can go out in 3, but he knows he's got 6 darts if he needs them, and it's just letting him just stroll to these legs. And that's exactly what he's done. It's 117 checkout, expertly taken out by the former Lakeside champ and world master.
48.
And Bunting, well, I mean, he's been significantly the superior player this evening, which with Jelle's record on the European Tour this year may be surprising.
He is a very different animal this evening, I feel. Just looks to be
83.
Playing with a greater degree of confidence as well. Things just seem to be ticking for him tonight. Certainly ticking here. That's 4 perfect darts. Make that 5. Stephen Bunting, are you sure? 6 out of 6.
Twice this weekend we've seen players go 8 perfect darts into the 9 and miss double 12. Adrian Lewis did it. Mervyn King did it earlier on today. Stephen Bunting is not going to...
dear.
My word.
Well, he's in danger,
Oh,
he's in danger of losing this leg there.
180, 180, 26.
Bunting, leaving to require 150.
One extreme to another for Stephen Bunting, but, well, he won't care about that if he takes out this 115, because it will secure him a place in the third round tomorrow. Klaasen can just hope and pray that Bunting fluffs his lines here. Well, he will
59.
not finish at this particular instance, but...
Now, but 2 match darts on their way for Stephen Bunting, assuming he doesn't miss the
59.
big 16. And, well, he's got even more than that once again.
56.
Jelle Klaasen not applying the pressure, and Stephen Bunting being allowed to just take a leisurely stroll to the final day of action here at the Happy Bet European Darts Match Play. The bullet is through. He is going to take on Kyle Anderson for a place in the quarter-finals. What an opportunity for those two guys to find themselves in the final session tomorrow afternoon. Bunting comes through the battle of the former Lakeside champs. We've got some huge names on the way. Michael van Gerwen v John Henderson. Benito van der Pas against Vincent van der Voort in the double Dutch affair. But coming up, it is John Michael, who came through a thriller yesterday with the host nation qualifier, Erik Taupfest. He's up against the man who has won 3 Euro Tour titles this year and very nearly claimed the Premier League as well. Peter Snakeby right on the way here in Hamburg.
One of the best matches on such a stage in the last couple of months, is that right?
Definitely, yeah. A lot of people know I've been struggling, and I've been working really, really hard behind the scenes to bring the performances back in front of such wonderful crowds. And that performance means a lot. It means the work's paying off, and I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, that's really great. How difficult is it to be patient and to still believe in yourself? And it's easy to say it, you know, but it's to live it. It's very difficult.
Very, very difficult. I mean, there was times in the past where I've nearly given it all up and walked away from the game that I love so much. I've played this game since I was 12 years old, and it means an awful lot to me, to my family, to my sponsors, and I play for them.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much, Stephen. Congratulations. Stephen Bunting.